Good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you may be in the world. How y'all doing? Man, I want to talk to people today about after the fall. You know, whenever you create something, you put your all into it. It's like a baby when you create something, okay? And what's going on? I'm finna, I'm finna, just bear with me, brother. Bear with me. So you have this brilliant idea, and you get it manifested, and it don't work, and you take a fall. You know, and you just knew this idea was a winner. You just knew it was a winner. And you got it going, man, and bam, it fell flat on its face. And now you gotta get your bearings to see what you're gonna do and where you're gonna go. And see, the biggest thing you're gonna have to face after a fall is what people think. Okay? That's gonna be your biggest obstacle is worrying about how you're gonna look and what people gonna think. And see, that first time is really gonna be like bam, because you ain't never had it happen to you before. Okay, so that first time, man, it's always traumatic. But see, the Bible says a good man can fall 7 times and get back up again. I must be an exception because I know I didn't fail probably about 10, 12 times and still keep getting back up. Okay? But a wicked man will fall once and be destroyed. When you lose everything. You know, I'm talking about a fall, man, where you lose everything. Okay? You ain't got nothing. And see, and a lot of people ain't got nothing to turn to. Let me say that again. See, a lot of people done had a fall, and they ain't got nothing to turn to. They don't see no way out at all. Okay? Don't see no way out. And they just go every day, man, going along to get along. Don't know one day, 1 minute from the next where food is coming from. See, you got people right now, man, in this hotel that don't even know how they gonna eat and worry about where they gonna get the money from for this room. See, that's the situation people are faced with now. And you look at your man, I'm telling y'all, listen to me. When I see homeless people walk, especially old people that are homeless and on the street, man, I said, praise God, man, that could have been me. That could be me. And see, a lot of y'all don't look at them people and never think, man, that could be me or my child. Okay? You're not immune to it. See, so the first thing you're going to have to do, man, is get over what people think and how you gonna look. Okay, this ain't the time to panic. Let me say that again. All right, when you take a fall, that is not the time to panic. All right. See, now you got to start utilizing resources. Okay? What do you mean, true conductor? Wherever you live. See, you need to see who doing what and where. See, that's what you're going to have to find out. And, man, I tell you, when Metro stole my job, um, I wasn't even worried. Man, I went to church. I said, man, I'm going to church. Man, let me tell you how I got to the church. I opened up the African tabletop, the first showroom of its kind. This one, right here in 2000. Yeah, they stole my job. Okay? I opened this up in 2000. Stayed in there about 7 months. Okay? And man, I was crushed. Because I knew I had a winning idea. The first of its kind in the world. And I knew, man, this joint was going to take off. Okay? The first one of its kind in the world. And it didn't. 8 years. And it didn't. And I had to let go. And that was another blow. And I didn't know what to do, man. You know, because I was a street vendor. I tried to take a step up, okay, and still got kicked down. Trying to uplift myself, and got kicked right back down. So what I did, man, I found this church, and I just started volunteering at the church. I'd go there and stay all day. That's how I got my lunch and some snacks. By going in there, volunteering at the church. And one day, they walked up to me and said, hey, you want a job? I said, sure. What? Oh, okay. I mean, I ain't doing nothing at this point. And start working at the church as a janitor. Okay? So while I'm working at the church as a janitor, I went and took this test. I found out Metro was hiring. And I called this lady up and asked her, you know, when they was going to do the testing. And she messed around and told me her name. And every time, Miss Anderson, is it open? And finally, I called her so much, I say, may I speak to Miss Anderson, please? She said, Mr. Folden, this is how she said, bring your ass on down here Saturday and take this test. Because I'm sick of you calling me. That's just what she told me. Okay, she knew. I mean, when I said Miss Anderson, she said, Mr. Folden, bring your ass down here Saturday and take this test because I'm sick of you calling me. And bust out and start laughing. Right? Y'all, let me tell you something. I went and took the test, and to this day, I couldn't tell you what was on that test. Okay? See, listen to me, y'all. They got this story in the Bible where this woman is going. In fact, let me find it. Um, let me find it, and I'll tell you exactly where it is. Um, let's see. Let me see if I can get some scriptures. Um, anyway, so this woman was trying to get some justice, and she kept going back to this judge, and this judge said, "Look, I don't believe in God. I don't even believe in your God, but I'm gonna give you what you want just so you can leave me alone." That story's in the Bible for a reason. See, listen, y'all. Most people eat wrong, so their nervous system is out of whack. Let me say that again. See, most people eat wrong, and by doing so, their nervous system can't take no repetition. See, repetition gets on their nerves because they too toxic. All right? And so when you constantly see if you can constantly keep doing this, you'll break their nerves down. And they're gonna give you what you want just so you can stop. And see, you can't be get tired of repetition. Repetition can't bore you. Repetition can't get on your nerves. You see, you got to still be repetition, man, and don't even pay it no attention. Okay? It can't get on your nerves. What's going on, Tanya? Okay? Just learn how to be repetitious, and you can get anything you want. Because 9 times out of 10, who you dealing with? And seeing when you know they got a weak nervous system, now you know how to deal with them. See, now you know when to apply the pressure. See, most folk eat wrong, so their nervous system can't take no pressure. And when you can learn how to apply pressure, you'll break them every time. Every time you'll break them, every time. You see, and that story's in the Bible for a reason. So I took the test, and I passed it. I passed it. And to this day, I can tell you what was on that test. All I know, I passed it. Okay? It was like I was in a zone, and I passed it. And I got hired. And I got fired. And that was enough. And see, here again. See, let me tell you something. You gonna know what people think about you. I ain't study for it, man. I, God. I didn't study for that test. God, I tell you, I didn't study for that test. God, I told you, man, I don't even remember it. I couldn't even tell you to this day what was on the test. All I did just went through the motion, man, and I passed it. God, man, God gave me the knowledge to pass that test. That's the only way I passed it. The only way I passed it, because I don't even remember what was on it. Okay, and let me tell you something. See, when you take a fall, it's when you're going to find out what people really think about you. Okay? When you take a fall, is when you're going to find out what people really think about you. See, because that's when they're going to show the real them. And that's when they're going to talk shit. See, all of the stuff they've been holding in, now that you done failed, see, now they're going to let it out. They're going to dump on. See, they're just going to dump on the rest of it. And that's when you find out, when you fall, it's when you'll find out what people really think about you. And see, and them that's gonna be there for you. You ain't never gotta ask them for nothing. Cause they're gonna always make sure you have, man, I got a dude right now. Um, is the reason I don't fuck with no cues. This brother was homeless. And I knew he was homeless. And I would hook him up. Every time I see him, brother ain't never had to ask me for no money. Here's $10, here's $20. Put that in your pocket. I'm gonna hook him, and don't worry about it, man. Just go ahead. You know, friendship is essential to the soul. So I know we got something in common. So, you know, if I got you got, shit. This dude, ship came in. You think he remembered me? No. No. And I said, you know, you the last one that's gonna fuck over me. You the last cute that's gonna fuck over me. I don't want to have nothing else to do with y'all, period. See, and what? I joined the fraternity back in 72. I ain't looking for no new friends. And it ain't but a handful of cues I fuck with. And them ones I know, I ain't looking for no new friends. You see what I'm saying? And see, and when you arrive, it's when all of a sudden people want to get your attention. See, while you trying to get there, they ain't got time for you. And in fact, they don't even believe that you're gonna make it. But when you do, see, everybody want to be a part of you. And see, and this is another thing that you have to watch. See, when you fall, everybody still ain't your friend. And you're going to have some people who going to think you desperate and going to try to get you to do some dumb stuff to answer your needs because they going to think you desperate. And see, and that's one of the first things you're going to have to develop, man, is when you can't get, you don't let desperation sit, man, I got to write that down. I got to write that down. I got to write that down. Hold on a second. You pen that. Don't let desperation set in. Here it is, right here. I got to write that down. And see, this is another thing. See, a lot of y'all, see, when you let desperation sit in, that's when you're going to start being preyed. See, that's when you're going to start being reactive. When you start letting desperation sit in, because now See, you trying to solve it the way you see it. And because it ain't coming together the way you see it, you're going to start getting desperate because you can't see how God going to get you the answer. And that's when self-doubt, second guessing, worrying, all of them going to start piling on. All right? It's going to start getting in your head trying to be the default voice. See, you got all of them right now trying to be the default voice. Every time something happened to you, second guessing, doubt, fear, worry, all of them want to start being the default voice in your head, telling you what's going on. And you got to fight off all of them voices with the voice of faith. Man, this is going to work out in my favor. Regardless to what it looked like. See, you're going to have to maintain the attitude, whatever you're going through, it's going to work out in your favor. All right? And when you believe that it's going to work out in your favor, it didn't say you ain't going to have some bumps in the road. Didn't say you ain't going to struggle. But it's going to work out in your favor. And that's what you have to hold on to. This going to work out in my favor. I don't know how. You know, and people going to think you crazy. Look at him. He paying his hotel bill day to day, talking about it's going to work out it's going to work out in my favor. And thank God I got day to day. Because I couldn't have it and be out back in my car. And be just like some of them people I drive by. Man, that could be me. So, desperation. Don't panic and don't get desperate. Because when you panic, don't panic. Keep your wits about you. Because that's what fear wants you to do. Because fear knows once you panic, you can't be proactive. You're going to only be reactive when you panic. And you're dealing with fear. See, you can only be reactive. You ain't going to be a proactive person and scared. Because if you was scared, you wouldn't be proactive. You wouldn't be looking down the road. There's always an answer. There's always an answer. The question is, do you have the perseverance and the creativity and the endurance to keep looking? See, that's the question. And let me tell you something. When you take a fall, man, that's when you're going to have to start looking at your creativity. You want to start looking at your creativity. And for some folk, their creativity is the easy way out. OnlyFans. Or a sob story. That's their creativity. See, when you're going through some stuff, man, you need to look inside you. What do I have in me that I can develop a stream of income from? And see, and don't try to get it all at once. See, a lot of people want to go look for a job. But a job ain't going to pay you but so much. And you got some people right now listening to me that can cook their ass off, can sew their ass off. And they still worried about where they going to get some money from and got a talent that's just dying on the vines. And see, I'm asking you, what talent do you have that's just dying on the vines. Because you ain't paying attention to it. You don't think that you have enough what it takes to make it work. And you got the gift, but you let it die on the vines. Because you worried about what you're going to look like if it don't work, what people going to think. And them same people that you worried about will be the first ones in line when you make it. And be the first ones laughing at you when you don't. And you worried about them. See, you can't be worried about what people are going to think and what they're going to say. And, and another thing, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Okay? Tanya say, now let me show you, let me give you a good example. Tanya say, I have no talents, skills, but a master of none. Jill of all trades, mostly nursing, for 35 years. Now, if you've been a nurse for 35 years, then there are some things that you can tell people health-wise what they should or should not be doing. You got some information. You got a lot of knowledge in you that you haven't figured out how to develop into a stream of income. You could be 35 years as a nurse, you could be a consultant. There are a lot of people who come 35 years ain't nothing to sneeze at. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. And in 35 years, you done seen a lot. You done experienced a lot. You've been through a lot. And some of it, you can tell people, you know, when you're facing this is what you do, because you're a nurse. You just haven't figured out how to develop that into a stream of income. And you got knowledge. You got knowledge. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Now it's making sense. Let me show y'all something. I just discovered something. Now I understand. Let me show you, Tanya. I just saw this. Listen to this. Keep my commands. And this is Proverbs chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 5. Get wisdom. Get understanding. Do not forget nor turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will preserve you. Love her, and she will keep you. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. 35 years that you got under your belt is wisdom. 35 years. You got the wisdom. Listen to this. And in all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. She will place on your head an ornament of grace. A crown of glory she will deliver to you. Exalt her. When you're exalting understanding, you're just making it simple so people can get it. When you exalt an understanding, you're just simplifying it so people can get it. and you got 35 years under your belt. There's some things you understand that you can exalt to say, if you're going to do this, you need to do this, this, and this. Family. If you're going to do this, you need to do this, this, and this. You got some stuff, Tank. You just ain't figured out how to use it, how to exalt it. You got the wisdom. You got it. You just haven't figured out how to exalt it. And that ain't coming from True Conductor. That's coming from the Bible. Okay? Now see, it says, exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. That's understanding. Look what it says over in chapter 8. Verse 14, chapter 8. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. Now listen to understanding. See, over here, it says, wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. And in all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she will promote you. She will bring you honor when you embrace her. Okay? That's understanding. Listen to what understanding tells you. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. By me princes rules and nobles, and all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. What they find, what you find, this is what you find when you find understanding. Riches and honor are with me. Do you hear that? When you find understanding, riches and honor are with me. Enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I traverse the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. That's more than one stream of income. And that's embracing, understanding. Ain't got nothing to do with tithes and offering. See, it didn't say if you put your 10% in church. It says, I traverse the way of righteousness in the midst of paths of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. And don't no preacher tell you, man, you can get rich by exalting understanding. You can get rich according to the Bible. It says that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth. Man, when God is causing something to happen to you, that's going to be a surprise. That's something that's going to shock the shit out of you. It say that I may cause those who love me to inherit. Man, that's some wealth coming that you don't even see. You're going to be shocked. Because it's causing you to inherit wealth. It ain't say you got to go out and do something. You got to look for something. It say that I may fill their treasuries. Treasuries is plural. That's more than one stream of income. More than one bank account. When you have treasuries, you have more than one bank account. And a lot of y'all running around with a lot of hatred and deceit, unforgiveness, animosity in your heart. And you think God is going to bless you. And you walking around with all that stuff in your heart just because you give your tithes and offering. You can save a life. You can save a life, Tan. You got 35 years. You done seen the mistakes people have made. You just ain't put them together. You done seen the mistakes and you ain't put them together. Because you think that just because I'm a nurse for 35 years, I ain't got no, man, you got some stories to tell. You can save somebody some time, some energy, by telling them what they could, should, or should not be doing. You got the knowledge. You got 35 years. That ain't nothing to sneeze at. Most folk ain't got 35 years worth of patience to stay on the job. And you've been there for 35 years. You got something to tell somebody. If you put it together. And see, here again, you can't panic. You cannot panic. You can't panic. What's going on, Bernie? How you doing, man? Thank you for joining me. You can't panic, man. When adversity start coming up, adversity's job is to guard the door of success. That's the job of adversity. Adversity guards the door to success. If success was so easy to get in, how come everybody's not successful? And if it was so easy, how come people are deceiving and lying and cheating and taking shortcuts just to get to success if it was so easy? It's not easy, man. And a lot of times when your life is going upside down, you're close to the door of success. And you blaming the devil. And you ain't took a look around, man. Let me take a look at where I am. You close to the door of success. And now is not the time to be discouraged. Now is the time to buckle down. Okay? All right? You got to get back up, man. Can't nobody make you get up. That's something that has to be in you. There is something that has to make you not want to quit. I told y'all, man, I ain't seen my wife in 4 years. All right? I've been married 4 years. I ain't seen my wife in 4 years. And we wasn't together for but 2 or 3 months after we got married, and she went back to the Philippines. And we got separated by the pandemic. My wife told me before we left, honey, why don't you just give up them tours? Give up them Black History tours. They're not profitable. Give them up. And I kept saying, no, baby, I can't get my tours up. I gotta hold on to them tours. I created them. I can't just get them up. And we've been apart 4 years. Now, in the 4 years that we've been apart, I developed my own dinnerware line, and I developed my own brand, Truth Conductor. Okay? I developed them two streams of income while we were apart. So now, my job is to make one of them work. One of the streams of incomes that I've already manifested, I have to make work. Okay? And since I know everybody want to be around somebody that's known, now you see why I push my Truth Conductor brand. See, because if that gets known, everybody gonna want to take a Black History tour. See, and now I got to hire somebody to do my tours. And how I'm gonna make my tours the best tours to be on? Because I'll be riding around through the city. And when I see one of my tour buses, stop it and get up in there and get some people some money. And see, the word start getting around. See, once they start getting some money on my tour, then everybody, and I got tours that I ain't even developed yet. I ain't put on my website. And I can go to any city right now and develop a Black History tour and teach young kids how to do it. Any city in America, I can go and develop a Black History tour and show some young kids, this is how you do this. The same corner that you stand in selling dope, here's the history of it. See, the same corner you killing each other on, here's the history of it. So, and see, and here's the beauty about DC. DC ain't but 10 square miles. That's all we are, 10 square miles. But yet, we ain't trying to show these young people the history of where you are. All you see is gentrification. You don't see your own history. Ain't nobody trying to teach you your history. So maybe if you're trying to teach them some of their history, they'll have a different outtake of their community. Maybe they have a little bit more respect for it. If you teach them some of their history, then they won't be terrorizing your ass. See, that's the problem right now. These young kids out here terrorizing everybody. Now tell me I'm lying. And they don't know how to reach them. They don't know how to reach them. And they terrorizing everybody. And all you got to do is show them how they can generate some cash. That's all you got to do. But y'all don't want to show them a positive example that's making it. So all they see is something stupid working. What you think they're going to do? They don't see no other positive examples working. So they're going to do what they see working. But if you show them something positive that's working, it's going to get their attention. But y'all don't see that. And they terrorizing you. And you don't know how to get their attention. And I'm telling you, put something positive in front of them. Show them how to make some money positively. You'll get their attention. But y'all don't want to do that. Oh, there you go, clout chasing. You begging. Man, I'm trying to make it easy for all of us. And I find it interesting. I'm clout chasing by trying to put solutions on the table, and your ass ain't got nothing. But you can throw stones at me. And you ain't got the nerve to get in front of these young kids. Your knees would be shaking just like that if you was walking down the street and them kids start walking towards you, this how your damn legs would be wobbling, just like this. And your butt would be tight as a damn needle. It sure would, until you pass them. But you don't want to give nobody else a chance. You don't want to help nobody else succeed. I started in DC as a street vendor. That's how I started. When I ran for mayor, I was a street vendor. Okay? What's going on? So I'm just saying, man, give somebody a chance, man. That ain't scared to talk to these kids. Cause see this generation we dealing with now is the offsprings of baby kids. Baby kids was the worst goddamn little kids you could find. Well, we dealing with their offsprings now. Cause see, truth be told, they started fucking early. See, they were teenage parents, baby kids. See, some of them grandparents already. And they ain't 40, and they grandparents. See, that's baby kids, man. You got grandmamas down here 30 years old, 35 years old, grandmamas. Come on, man. Them baby kids. And the only way you can get their attention is with some money. So you got to show them where the money, how to get that paper. You can get their attention. How you think the dope boy get their attention? Show them how to get their cash. That's why they get out there and sell dope. Listen, y'all. Average young boy ain't working at McDonald's because he don't want a job. Average young boy can't impress no girl with that money from McDonald's. They can't impress no girl with no money from McDonald's. They need that dope money, that fast money. Because that's what them girls want. That's what get their attention. Shit, a man at McDonald's, he's a simp. You know, he's a good guy. They don't want no good man. They want a thug. Y'all need to know who y'all dealing with, man. And stop being afraid to you see something positive. You ain't gonna agree 100% with nobody. If you're married, you ain't gonna agree 100% with your wife or your husband. Y'all ain't gonna agree 100%. So why is it that you got to agree 100% with a stranger? Work on what you can agree with. I told you. See, we matter of fact, I'm gonna tweet this. I'm gonna tweet this right now. I'm gonna tweet this right now. Make America soar again. That's what we got to do. We gotta get away from this. We gotta get away from this hatred and this animosity. Um, make America soar again. That's what we gotta get to. And we do that by working together, man. We can only soar again when we work together. That's how we soar. Look at a bird, man. A bird wings work together. If America is the eagle, why is the left wing trying to destroy the right wing and the right wing trying to destroy the left wing? We need some people that can get in there and work together to make the eagle soar. Because right now, man, we heading to spiral down to the earth. We all gonna get killed. We all gonna get killed. The way these fools are going on, cause they trying to destroy the other wing, like theirs is gonna be able to make the bird fly with one wing. That's what we got to do. Make America soar again. Okay? That's what we got to do. Forget this, forget this fighting, man, and this animosity. Let's work together, man. And see, and let me show you. How many people, how many people do you know that's saying, man, let's work together. Let's work to, time to put this fighting up. Let's work together. We got to work together. See, you don't even hear people talking like that. Let's work together, man. Let's put the hatches down and start talking to one another and stop talking at one another when all this animosity and this hatred and this vindictiveness and unforgiveness. You know, we all got some isms in our closet. We all got some isms. Ain't nobody perfect, man. I don't care who you are. Care how broke you are, how much money you got. Man, you got some isms in your closet. You got some isms. We all got them. We all got them. So that's what we need to do. We need to make America soar again. And the only way we can do that is start getting people that can work together. And if they can't work together, get out. It's just that simple. See, we need to start demanding, if you can't work together, get out. And then you'll cut the bullshit out. See, we need to demand. And let me tell you something. See, that's another thing. When you take a fall, man, you're going to have to be able to get along with people. See, you don't have to know how to talk to people. And you don't have to know how to get to respect the people. Even though you done took a fall, you still get the respect of people. See, that shows what kind of person you are. And my word for it, man. You wanna see what people think of you? Take a fall. Take a fall. And they're gonna show you, and they ain't gonna have no mercy with it. Ain't gonna have no mercy. All right, but the first thing you do is don't panic. Don't panic, man. Don't worry about what you're looking like. Okay? And keep your heart open. That's one of the biggest challenges you're gonna have. When you take a fall, still be willing to share with people out of what you have. And sometimes you might need and be willing to share out of what you have. The other day, this is Sunday, so it had to have been Thursday. I went into the store. My intuition, this store fell into my intuition. Go by there and get your orange juice today. Okay. I go to the store and get in line, and it's a woman, two people in front of me, a woman and like a student. And the woman only had one bag of vegetables. I've seen that before. When you in the grocery store and you can, and she was counting change. And I said, man, wait a minute, man, put that on my bill. Like, put that on my bill. And he said, you sure? I said, yeah, put it on my bill. And the Spirit of God said, give it $10. And I because I didn't count the money out that And I take the $10 and say, here, take this as well. Yesterday, I went up to buy me some. I usually get, this is the 130 heat right here. This cayenne pepper. This is the 130 heat. This is the 150 heat. Okay? They was out of this. So I just told the guy, I said, man, give me 2 ounces of the 150. I get the 130. But this time I got and I looked at the thing and it said $10. Okay? So I said that I counted $10 out. And it's a store full of people. And I get ready to hand him the money. He put it in the back and said, man, you good. See you later. Have a good day. And I thought, I said, man, I just gave a woman 10. Look how fast I got that $10 back. Look how fast. This is 100. This is hot. This is hot. This is hot. Okay? This is super hot. And he gave it to me. And see, this is what I be trying to tell y'all. Man, give out of what you have. Give out of what you have. Keep your hand open. Because as long as your hand is like this, and see, that's another thing. When you take a fall, this is cayenne. This is cayenne pepper right here. It's cayenne. This is the 150 heat. This is super, 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 super hot. Okay? This is super hot. This is the 130 heat right here. This is what I'm used to. Okay? This is what I'm used to. So now I got to get used to this one. And this is gonna last me a lot because I don't need. Say I could load up with this. I could load up my food with this. With this one, I can't load it up. All right. And by the way, fellas, this right here, good for the circulation. Okay. It's good for the circulation. Okay? It's good for the circulation. It keeps your blood flowing, fellas. That's what cayenne will do for you. Cayenne will keep the blood flowing, buddy. Yeah. Forget Viagra. Get you some cayenne, man. Cayenne keep your blood flowing. Good for the circulation. Okay? Anyway, man, I'm gonna get back into. I'm gonna talk about this when you take a fall. Hey, you know what? Devin? You know what? Even if they don't, man, it's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good. See, listen, y'all. When you learn how to talk from your heart, a lot of things you don't worry about. See, when you talk from your head, okay? When you talk from your head, see, that's something that's scripted out. When you talk from your head, people can understand it, but they might not necessarily feel it. But when you talk from your heart, see, that's what people feel. Okay? When you can talk from your heart. And some people can talk from their heart for hours. And you know it's genuine. See, they don't need a script. See, when you talk from your heart, You don't need a script. When you're talking from your head, you got a format to follow. Okay? He's he's new record. Okay. All right. Hey man, um, you know, I appreciate the two or three because at least I know they are consistent. See, that's the beauty. See, let me explain something to y'all. See, it's when you small. Um, I don't, I don't, I don't see. I'm this way. If you like my content, I shouldn't have to ask you to share it. If you like it, okay, I shouldn't have to ask you to share it. If you like it, I shouldn't have to. That's something. See, that's on you. If you like my content, if you like what I am, if you like what I'm saying, then you're gonna tell people about it. Okay, it's just that simple. All right, you're gonna tell people. Somebody trying to call me. Let me see who this is. I'll be